You've chased ambition. You've achieved milestones. Yet there's an echo within you, a persistent feeling that despite the outward success, something fundamental remains profoundly missing. Have you not felt that subtle ache, that gnawing sense of spiritual disconnect, a quiet whisper asking, "Is this truly all there is?" You've scaled heights, gathered resources, perhaps even achieved recognition, but does the core of your being feel complete, truly satisfied? Reflect upon this for a moment. Do your triumphs feel hollow, your victories fleeting, leaving you hungry for something more profound, more enduring? If you are tired of the relentless pursuit, of constantly striving for an elusive prize that seems to shift just as you reach for it, if you find yourself confused by the cacophony of conflicting advice, each promising a shortcut to fulfillment, yet delivering only further frustration, or if you sense a profound truth, an essential piece of wisdom just beyond your grasp, a revelation beckoning from the depths of your intuition, then understand this. You are precisely where you need to be. This is not merely another discussion of abstract principles or a rehash of well-worn aphorisms. This is a revelation, a moment of profound clarity destined to pierce through the fog of doubt and illuminate your true path. Prepare yourself, truly prepare, to rediscover Napoleon Hill's profound insights, not merely as simple rules, not as a static list of instructions to be followed mechanically, but as the living, breathing, dynamic, universal laws that orchestrate all achievement, all fulfillment, all genuine human experience. You will understand them in a way you haven't heard before, a way that penetrates the surface and connects directly to the energetic currents that shape your reality. The one thing you believe is missing, the missing piece to your ultimate success, isn't what you think it is. Its discovery, its profound integration into your consciousness, will not just adjust your perspective. It will fundamentally redefine everything you understand about purpose, achievement, and inner peace. Are you ready for this transformation? For too long, far too long, success has been narrowly defined, rigidly measured solely in tangible gains. Is it not true that society often equates achievement with accumulation, a larger bank balance, a grander title, a more imposing estate? But I, having spent decades dissecting the anatomy of achievement, understood profoundly that true fulfillment, the kind that resonates deep within your soul, springs from a far deeper, more essential well. Reflect upon this. Have you pursued wealth, status, or external validation, only to find that even at the pinnacle of such pursuits, a quiet dissatisfaction lingers, a spiritual hunger unappeased? I saw clearly that the relentless pursuit of material gain, when divorced from spiritual alignment, inevitably leaves us spiritually distant, perpetually searching for that elusive something that continues to evade our grasp. It leaves you feeling like a ship adrift, despite having a full cargo, simply because its compass is broken. This isn't a judgment, it is an observation of a fundamental cosmic principle. The very fabric of the universe demands balance, and when one aspect of our being is overemphasized at the expense of another, an imbalance occurs, manifesting as that very feeling of something being missing. The one thing, then, that has been eluding so many isn't some secret technique or an obscure formula. It is, instead, the energetic orchestration of your deepest self, your true desires, your spiritual essence, with the very fabric of the universe itself. It's the seamless, conscious integration of your inner world with the external realities you wish to manifest. Consider the subtle yet powerful shift in perspective this demands. These universal laws, which I spent my life studying and articulating, are not merely psychological tools to manipulate outcomes. They are, in fact, undeniable cosmic currents, intrinsic forces that govern existence. When understood and consciously navigated, they become not just guides, but powerful allies in your journey. So, why then do so many know my work, possess my books, articulate my principles, yet so few truly master them? Why does the promise of their power often remain unfulfilled for so many diligent students? The answer, I have observed, lies in a critical misstep. They treat these profound principles as isolated steps, as disconnected rules in a manual, rather than recognizing them as a unified, living symphony of creation. Each law is not a solo instrument playing its own tune. It is a vital part of a grand composition, interdependent and harmoniously entwined. To ignore this interconnectedness is to miss the entire melody, to remain perpetually out of tune with the very forces designed to bring your aspirations into being. Understanding this difference is not just intellectual, it is deeply experiential. It shifts your entire approach from mechanical application to conscious co-creation. Now let us delve into the very first current of these universal laws, the one that sets all other forces into motion, the law of magnetic intention, which many recognize as the principle of definite purpose. Understand this. It is not merely about having a goal, a vague aspiration, or a fleeting desire you articulate occasionally. No, that is merely scratching the surface. The profound revelation here is that your definite purpose is not simply a destination. It is a vibrational frequency you are constantly emitting to the universe, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. Every thought, every emotion, every action or inaction broadcasts a signal. What energy, then, are you truly broadcasting? Is it a clear, resonant signal of unwavering intention or a cacophony of conflicting desires and wavering commitments? This is where true mastery begins, in understanding the nature of your internal broadcast. This fundamental law is often missing from genuine understanding because we so frequently confuse wishful thinking with unwavering intent. Many declare their desires, perhaps even write them down, but their underlying conviction, their emotional intensity, their daily actions do not align with that stated purpose. They wish for success, they hope for it, but they do not intend it with every fiber of their being. A wish is a whisper in the wind, an intention, a magnetic force. The universe, in its infinite wisdom and perfect order, responds not to your words alone, but to the sum total of your vibrational output. If your intent is diluted by doubt, by fear, by procrastination, or by a lack of absolute clarity, then the signal you send is weak, fragmented, and incapable of attracting the forces necessary for its materialization. Think of it as a cosmic magnet. Does your magnet hold a powerful, focused charge, or is it weak, attracting only random debris rather than the specific elements required to build your dream? To truly harness this law, you must move beyond superficial desire and cultivate an inner state of absolute certainty, a burning one desire that dominates all other thoughts. This is where the spiritual aspect of this law truly comes into play. It demands an honesty with oneself, a deep introspection to uncover what purpose truly resonates with your soul, not just your ego or societal expectations. Does your purpose feel like a cosmic mandate? Does it ignite a fire within you that transcends logic and doubt? Is it so profoundly rooted in your being that its pursuit feels less like an effort and more like an inevitable unfolding? This is the core reflection I ask of you. Do you truly feel your purpose as an undeniable truth, or is it merely an intellectual exercise? When your purpose aligns with your deepest truth, when it becomes an intrinsic part of who you are, then the universe itself conspires to bring it forth. It is then that you become an undeniable force of creation, orchestrating your reality with magnetic precision. Now that you grasp the magnetic power of a clear intention, a definite purpose, we move to the next profound current in this symphony of creation, the law of visualized reality, or as many might term it, the power of imagination. Understand this fundamental truth. Your imagination is not merely a playground for idle thoughts or an escape from the mundane. No. It is the universe's architect residing within you, the very workshop where the unseen takes form before it manifests in the tangible world. This is the revelation that escapes so many. Your mental blueprints, the vivid pictures you hold in your mind's eye, are not just fleeting ideas. They are, in essence, pre-manifestations. They are the energetic prototypes, the vibrational templates from which your physical reality is constructed. Do you truly comprehend the immense creative power you wield with every conscious or unconscious image you entertain? This vital law is often missing from our conscious application because it is so casually dismissed as mere daydreaming, a childish indulgence, or a frivolous pastime. Adults are taught to be realistic, to focus on what is rather than what could be. Yet I discovered time and again, through the lives of the most successful individuals, that their ability to vividly imagine their desired success, to see, feel, and taste it before it existed, was their most potent tool. People often focus on the how of achievement before they have even dared to fully define and visualize the what. This premature focus on the mechanics stifles the creative process, extinguishing the very spark that ignites materialization. When you fail to discipline your imagination, to direct its boundless energy toward your definite purpose, you leave it vulnerable to stray, to wander into scenarios of doubt, fear, and limitation. And what you repeatedly imagine, your subconscious mind, in its impartial service, begins to accept as reality, and thus begins to work tirelessly to manifest. The question then becomes, how disciplined are you in the use of this magnificent faculty? Are you merely reacting to external stimuli, allowing fleeting anxieties and past failures to paint the pictures in your mind? Or are you actively creating, consciously drawing forth vibrant, detailed images of your desired future, regardless of present circumstances? This is where deep reflection is paramount. What are you truly building in your mind, day after day? Are your mental canvases filled with the grandeur of your aspirations, the details of your desired life, the fulfillment of your magnetic intention? Or are they cluttered with limitations, anxieties, and echoes of what you wish to avoid? This internal landscape you cultivate is precisely what the universal laws will respond to. Your subconscious mind, a powerful servant, does not distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a physically real one. It accepts what you feed it, and then mobilizes every internal and external resource to bring that image into physical form. Therefore, the one critical question I pose to you, the one that can pivot your entire trajectory, is this. Are you truly using your inner canvas to create a magnificent future aligned with your deepest spiritual truth? Or are you inadvertently using it to merely react to and perpetuate the circumstances of your current life, thus leaving your greatest potential missing? The power of Napoleon Hill's teachings lies not just in recognizing these laws, but in consciously applying them. Begin now to paint your future with the vibrant colors of your imagination. Having grasped the potent force of magnetic intention and the creative power of visualized reality, we now arrive at a pivotal current, one that serves as the essential bridge between the unseen and the seen. The law of activated belief, or what I termed faith. Understand this deeply. This is not merely about acknowledging a concept or intellectually assenting to an idea. No, this is far beyond simple belief. It is the emotional conviction that breathes profound life into your intentions and your visualized realities. It is the unwavering inner certainty that your desired success is not only possible, but inevitable. It is the very essence that transforms a mental image into a concrete experience. Without this activated belief, your most brilliant visions remain ethereal, your strongest intentions impotent. It is the energetic glue that binds your inner world to the outer manifestation. This crucial law is so often missing in people's pursuit of achievement because we frequently rely on logic and empirical evidence rather than the deeper wisdom of conviction. We demand proof before we are willing to believe, failing to understand that in the realm of creation, belief precedes proof. The world around us, with its constant barrage of skepticism, past failures, and cautionary tales, trains us to doubt what cannot yet be seen or touched. This external conditioning cripples the internal mechanism of faith. We become prisoners of our five senses, limiting our capacity to tap into the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all creation. If you cannot feel it within your bones, if your emotions do not align with your stated purpose, then your belief is weak, a mere intellectual exercise, and thus incapable of generating the necessary creative force. The universe responds to the depth of your conviction, not the casualness of your consideration. Consider this carefully. Where do you need to surrender doubt, that insidious corrosive force, and truly activate unshakable faith? This requires a profound self-examination, a fearless confrontation with the limiting beliefs that reside within your subconscious mind. These are the beliefs, often unexamined, that tell you it is impossible, that you are not worthy, that it has never happened before. These are the true obstacles, far more formidable than any external circumstance. To activate belief means to move from "I hope" to "I know," to move from intellectual agreement to an emotional certainty that pervades your entire being. It means seeing your desired outcome not as a future possibility, but as a present reality already in motion, already within your grasp. It means acting as if it were already so. This isn't delusion, it is a conscious alignment with the universal laws of creation. The one vital insight here is that true faith is not blind. It is the profound knowing born from sustained visualization, clear intention, and the persistent application of these principles. It is the absolute certainty that your efforts, when aligned with these laws, must yield their intended results. Where then are you holding back? Where is the last residue of doubt clinging to your spirit? It is by releasing that doubt, by truly surrendering to the certainty of your power, that you finally unleash the full magnetic force of your intentions. This activated belief is what transforms desire into tangible reality, what turns your vision into a living experience. This is the bridge you must construct, the emotional conviction that empowers your success to manifest, ensuring that nothing remains missing from your deliberate creation. Having explored the magnetic force of intention, the creative canvas of visualization, and the animating fire of activated belief, we now approach a profoundly powerful, often misunderstood current, the law of subconscious accord, which I articulated as autosuggestion. Understand this with absolute clarity. Your subconscious mind is not merely a passive storage vault for memories. No, it is your direct conduit to infinite intelligence, an impartial, ceaseless servant tirelessly working to bring into your physical reality whatever impressions you feed it. This is the profound revelation that can reshape your destiny. Your subconscious is the master programmer of your entire being, shaping your outer reality through the silent, relentless programming of your inner world. Every thought, every feeling, every repeated statement, whether consciously uttered or unconsciously absorbed, becomes a command for this incredible power. What commands, then, are you giving it? This critical law is frequently missing from our conscious application because its power is so deeply underestimated. Many believe their thoughts are fleeting, inconsequential, or that affirmations are simply intellectual exercises. They fail to grasp that the subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined or repeatedly suggested. It simply takes the raw data, whether positive or negative, whether from your own conscious input or from the pervasive influences of your environment, and begins to build your experience around it. Consider the constant stream of self-talk, the daily news, the opinions of others, the fears you entertain. Each one is a program, a directive being fed into the most powerful mechanism you possess. If you do not consciously choose and filter these inputs, you risk running programs that sabotage your success before you even begin, perpetuating patterns of doubt, scarcity, and limitation, leaving your true potential forever locked away. The core of this law is this: What hidden programs are you currently running? What subconscious beliefs, perhaps inherited from childhood or absorbed from societal conditioning, are dictating your responses, your actions, and ultimately your outcomes? Take a moment for deep reflection. Are these programs serving your highest aspirations, your definite purpose, or are they quietly undermining your efforts, keeping that one thing you desire just out of reach? The beauty, the immense power of auto-suggestion lies in your ability to consciously rewrite these programs. It is about deliberately implanting positive, constructive thoughts and beliefs into your subconscious, saturating it with the conviction that your success is not only possible, but inevitable. It is about using affirmations, visualizations, and emotional resonance to send crystal-clear directives to your inner architect, ensuring that every fiber of your being is aligned with your chosen path. This isn't manipulation. It is conscious co-creation. It is taking deliberate charge of the most fundamental engine of your personal revelation and manifestation. To allow your subconscious to be programmed by default, by external circumstances or random thoughts, is to surrender your power. To consciously direct it, however, to imbue it with the certainty of your desires through consistent, emotionally charged suggestion, is to activate an internal force of unparalleled magnitude. This is how Napoleon Hill's principles move from theory to tangible reality. This is how you begin to ensure that nothing remains missing from your deliberate creation, for your inner world will invariably sculpt your outer experience. You have now understood the profound impact of your internal world, how your intentions magnetize, your imagination blueprints, your belief activates, and your subconscious programs your reality. Yet no great success is ever achieved in true isolation. We now turn our attention to an outward current, one that multiplies individual power into an exponential force. The law of harmonious resonance, what I championed as the Mastermind Alliance. This is far more than mere networking, more than simply gathering individuals with shared interests. The profound revelation here is that it is the synergistic field created when two or more minds, aligned in a common purpose, unite in perfect harmony. It is an energetic phenomenon, a fusion of intellect and spirit, where a combined energy is generated, a power far greater than the sum of the individual efforts. Have you ever felt that electrifying surge of clarity, that sudden spark of insight, when discussing a profound idea with someone truly attuned to your vision? That, my friend, is a glimpse of this law in action. This incredibly potent law is so often missing from the strategies of ambitious individuals because of insidious forces like fear of vulnerability and the competitive ego. There is a deep-seated, often unconscious reluctance to fully share one's nascent ideas, one's vulnerabilities, and one's true aspirations with others, fearing judgment, theft, or dilution. The ego, in its misguided attempt at self-preservation, whispers that you must do it all alone, that your ideas are too precious to expose, or that collaboration is a sign of weakness. This thinking, this fundamental misunderstanding of cosmic cooperation, prevents the formation of the very energy required for monumental achievement. Many seek advice, but few truly seek an alliance, a blending of mental and spiritual forces where ideas are forged and refined in a crucible of mutual respect and shared intention. They treat others as resources to be extracted from, rather than as co-creators with whom a new, higher form of intelligence can be generated. This isolation, this unwillingness to resonate with other powerful minds, leaves a vital component of success unaccessed, a potent force dormant. Now, I ask you to engage in a moment of critical self-reflection. Who in your life genuinely amplifies your highest frequency? Who stirs within you a greater sense of purpose, a clearer vision, an unshakable belief in your own potential? And, conversely, whom do you uplift in return, offering your focused support and creative energy without reservation? The Mastermind Alliance is not a one-sided equation. It is a dynamic exchange, a mutual elevation. It requires a willingness to give as much as you receive, to contribute your unique genius to a collective pool of intelligence. This is not about seeking agreement. It is about seeking expansion, diverse perspectives, and a higher level of problem solving. This law operates on the principle that the universe conspires to bring together those who are in harmonious resonance, their combined energy drawing forth resources, opportunities, and insights that would remain utterly unattainable to any single individual. The one thing to understand about the law of harmonious resonance is that it transcends mere human connection. It is in alignment with the universal laws themselves, reflecting the interconnectedness of all things. When you consciously seek out and cultivate relationships with minds that elevate your own, when you commit to a shared purpose with individuals who embody integrity and unwavering resolve, you are not simply building a team. You are constructing a powerful energetic engine, a superconscious entity capable of manifesting desires with unprecedented speed and precision. This alliance becomes a spiritual crucible, refining your thoughts, strengthening your will, and expanding your reach. It is through this intentional coming together that the truly impossible begins to yield to the inevitable. Are you ready to step beyond isolation and embrace this amplified power to ensure that the one thing, the synergistic force of true collaboration, is no longer missing from your path to success? Type 1 to write the next topic or type the changes you want. You have now seen how a definite purpose gives direction, imagination builds blueprints, belief ignites, the subconscious programs, and harmonious resonance multiplies your power. Yet, even with all these forces aligned, there remains a critical current without which the greatest visions can falter. The law of persistent flow, often simply called persistence. Understand this deeply. This is not about brute force, not about relentlessly banging your head against a wall. The profound revelation here is that persistence is the unwavering current of effort, a sustained momentum that, like a river, inevitably bypasses or carves through every obstacle in its path. It is the conscious decision to maintain an unstoppable forward motion, not just to try hard once or twice, but to sustain inspired action until your desired outcome is achieved. Do you truly possess this quality, this inner river that never ceases its journey to the sea? This fundamental law is so often missing from the toolkit of even the most intelligent and ambitious individuals because it is frequently confused with stubbornness or a blind, unthinking adherence to a flawed path. Many abandon their dreams not because the dream was impossible, but because they conflated a temporary setback with a permanent failure. They mistake resistance for a sign to quit rather than a natural part of the flow, an indication that a new approach or a deeper resolve is required. Persistence is not about working harder on the wrong thing. It is about maintaining momentum, continually seeking the path of least resistance within the overarching commitment to your definite purpose. When the spirit of your action is uninspired, when it feels like a heavy burden, it drains your energy, leading to burnout and eventual surrender. Without an inner spark, persistence becomes drudgery, not dynamic flow. This lack of inspired action, this inability to transform struggle into a sustained, joyful movement, leaves the door to success tantalizingly open, yet ultimately inaccessible. Consider this carefully. Where in your current pursuits can you transform struggle into sustained, joyful flow? Where are you currently encountering resistance that feels like a brick wall, when it could instead be a bend in the river, demanding a slightly different course correction or a deeper surge of commitment? This demands a profound level of self-awareness, a willingness to honestly assess the quality of your effort. Are you approaching your challenges with a spirit of enthusiastic resolve or with a sense of resignation and obligation? Remember, the universe responds to the energy you radiate. If your persistence is fueled by desperation, it will attract more desperate circumstances. If it is fueled by an unshakable faith in your purpose and an unwavering belief in your capacity, it will attract the means to overcome. This is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about cultivating an inner state that makes overcoming difficulty feel less like a burden and more like a natural part of your journey. The one vital truth about the law of persistent flow is that it is the ultimate test of your sincerity, the crucible in which your definite purpose is refined and your belief is tempered. It is the bridge between intention and manifestation, the unwavering force that guarantees that your creative efforts are not wasted. Napoleon Hill's teachings reveal that success is rarely instantaneous. It is the cumulative result of sustained, intelligent effort. When others falter, when doubt creeps in, your ability to maintain this persistent flow, to continue moving forward with unwavering conviction, is precisely what sets you apart. This is how you demonstrate to yourself and to the universal laws that you are truly committed, that your desires are not mere whims. It is this ceaseless, inspired current that ensures that your aspirations, no matter how grand, are brought to full fruition, and that nothing truly essential remains missing from your masterful creation. Type 1 to write the next topic, or type the changes you want. You've learned the power of definite purpose, imaginative creation, activated belief, subconscious programming, harmonious alliance, and persistent flow. Now, let us explore a principle that directly governs the flow of resources and opportunities into your life, a law often misunderstood by those fixated on mere accumulation. The law of generous exchange, which I termed going the extra mile. This is not simply about doing more work. The profound revelation here is that this is the universal principle of abundance itself. It dictates that giving more than is expected, consistently and enthusiastically, naturally attracts more in return, in ways often unforeseen and always proportional to the quality of the giving. It acts as an energetic magnet, drawing increased opportunity, greater favor, deeper relationships, and ultimately, expanded success into your sphere. Have you ever noticed how effortlessly some individuals seem to attract goodwill and fortunate circumstances, while others, despite their efforts, struggle to gain traction? The secret often lies in their understanding and application of this very law. This critical law is frequently missing from the strategies of many because they are driven by a mindset of scarcity, operating from a place of expecting before giving. They calculate precisely what is owed to them, what is minimally required, and often what they can extract from a situation before they are willing to contribute. This mindset, born of fear and lack, creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you approach every interaction with a mental ledger, ensuring you get your fair share before you've even genuinely contributed, you inadvertently signal to the universe a state of lack. The universe, in its perfect reflection, mirrors that scarcity back to you. They misunderstand that going the extra mile is not a sacrifice. It is an investment in the cosmic bank of abundance, a deliberate act of seeding your future with goodwill and value. The competitive ego, too, plays a part, whispering that any effort beyond the minimum is foolish or exploitative. This short-sighted perspective blinds individuals to the long-term, exponential returns of generous contribution. They seek immediate gratification or a guaranteed return, failing to trust in the profound reciprocal nature of this universal principle. Consider this carefully. Where in your life, your work, your relationships, can you unconditionally offer more value? Where can you intentionally, enthusiastically, and without immediate expectation of return, go the extra mile? This requires a profound shift in perspective, moving from a transactional mindset to a transformational one. It challenges you to look beyond the immediate task or obligation and ask, how can I enhance this experience for others? How can I exceed what is merely sufficient? How can I add a layer of excellence or a touch of genuine care that was not anticipated? This is not about being exploited. It is about consciously activating the flow of abundance by demonstrating your capacity and willingness to contribute beyond measure. It is about understanding that the score is always kept, not by human systems, but by the immutable universal laws themselves. The returns may not come from the exact person or situation to whom you gave, but the energetic exchange will find its way back to you, often multiplied from unexpected sources. The one vital insight about the law of generous exchange is that it is a direct expression of your spiritual abundance. It reflects a deep inner knowing that you possess an inexhaustible wellspring of capacity, creativity, and value, allowing you to give freely without fear of depletion. Napoleon Hill's observations consistently revealed that those who achieved the highest echelons of success were invariably those who understood this principle. Those who were willing to consistently provide outstanding service, to deliver more than they were paid for, to contribute beyond the call of duty. This is how you cultivate a reputation not just of competence, but of extraordinary contribution, making yourself indispensable and magnetizing even greater opportunities. This is how you ensure that the one thing, the perpetual influx of abundance, is never missing from your journey. You have assimilated the wisdom of definite purpose, imaginative creation, activated belief, subconscious programming, harmonious alliance, and the magnetic pull of generous exchange. Now let us turn our attention to the precise wielding of your mental faculties, to a law that dictates the efficiency and power with which all other laws manifest. The law of focused energy, often simply known as concentration. Understand this with absolute clarity. This is not merely about paying attention. The profound revelation here is that concentration is the laser beam of consciousness, the deliberate act of directing your mental and spiritual power with surgical precision, converging all your available energies onto a single point, a single idea, or a single task until it yields to your will. Think of the sun's rays, diffused and warm, yet when focused through a magnifying glass, they ignite. Your mind, too, possesses this incredible power to ignite and create, but only when its vast energies are concentrated. Do you truly recognize the immense, untapped power lying dormant in your unfocused attention? This immensely powerful law is so often missing from the daily practice of even the most well-intentioned individuals, because of the pervasive, insidious forces of distraction, multitasking, and fragmented attention that plague modern existence. We live in an age of constant mental bombardment, where every device, every notification, every fleeting thought vies for our precious mental energy. The untrained mind, left to its own devices, flits from one sensation to another, never allowing enough sustained focus for any single idea to gain sufficient momentum for manifestation. People mistakenly believe they are being productive by juggling multiple tasks simultaneously, unaware that this diffusion of mental energy drastically reduces the quality and effectiveness of each effort. This lack of singular focus is not just inefficient, it is a profound scattering of your spiritual power, preventing the vital buildup of mental force necessary to impress your desires upon the subconscious mind, and subsequently upon the universe. Without sustained concentration, even the most brilliant idea remains a faint flicker, unable to fully ignite into a blazing reality. Your intentions become diluted, your visualizations hazy, your beliefs waver, and your efforts yield only mediocre results. Consider this deeply, for it holds the key to unlocking extraordinary achievement. Where in your daily life is your precious energy scattered? Where do you allow your focus to be fragmented by external noise or internal chatter? What are the subtle and not so subtle distractions that routinely pull your attention away from your highest priorities and your definite purpose? This demands a rigorous, honest self-assessment. Are you truly giving your most important tasks and ideas the undivided attention they deserve, allowing your mind to delve into their depths, to explore every facet, to forge a clear path forward? Or are you merely skimming the surface, constantly interrupted, never truly immersing yourself in the creative flow? The ability to concentrate is not an innate talent possessed by a select few. It is a mental discipline, a muscle that grows stronger with deliberate, consistent practice. When you learn to command your attention, to hold it steady on your chosen objective, you gain mastery not just over your tasks, but over your very inner world, controlling the flow of your most potent creative energy. The one vital insight about the law of focused energy is that it is the crucible in which raw potential is forged into tangible success. It is the bridge between thinking and becoming, between wishing and realizing. Napoleon Hill's profound studies consistently revealed that leaders and innovators across all fields possessed an extraordinary capacity for sustained, deep concentration. They understood that the universe responds to mental intensity. When you bring the full, undivided force of your consciousness to bear on your definite purpose, you activate a powerful magnetic field that draws to you the necessary resources, insights, and opportunities with incredible speed. This is not magic. It is the natural consequence of aligning your mental energy with the immutable, universal laws. It ensures that your efforts are not dissipated, that your creative power is not diluted, and that nothing essential remains missing from the focused journey toward your ultimate triumph. You have diligently mastered the forces of definite purpose, imaginative creation, activated belief, subconscious programming, harmonious alliance, persistent flow, and focused energy. Now let us ascend to an even higher plane of personal mastery, delving into a law that underpins all lasting achievement and profound inner peace. The law of self-dominion, what I referred to as self-control. Understand this with absolute and unwavering clarity. This is the ultimate mastery, not of external circumstances, not of other individuals, but of your own thoughts, your own emotions, and your own reactions. This is the profound revelation that countless individuals overlook, yet it is the very bedrock upon which an unshakable character and an invincible will are built. Your inner kingdom, the vast landscape of your consciousness, is your true power base. The ability to govern this inner realm, to consciously choose your responses rather than merely react to external stimuli, is the supreme indicator of your spiritual and material maturity. Do you truly possess the reins of this inner kingdom, or are you a subject to its whims and impulses? This paramount law is so often missing from the popular narrative of success because we are perpetually conditioned to seek external control. We strive to control our environment, our circumstances, the actions of others, believing that if only we could manipulate the outer world, our inner world would naturally fall into order. This is a fundamental reversal of cause and effect. It is a misguided quest that leads only to frustration, anxiety, and a perpetual feeling of powerlessness, for the external world is inherently unpredictable and beyond our absolute command. When you chase external control, you implicitly concede that your well-being is contingent upon factors outside of yourself, thereby making yourself a perpetual victim of circumstance. People fail to develop self-dominion because they are reactive. They allow their emotions to dictate their responses, their impulses to drive their decisions, and the opinions of others to sway their convictions. They become slaves to their own undisciplined minds, to fleeting desires, and to the immediate gratification of the moment, rather than aligning with their long-term, definite purpose. This constant state of being ruled by impulse and external influence leaves the most essential aspect of one's power, the power of conscious choice, dormant and utterly missing. Consider this with the utmost seriousness, for it is a question that defines the trajectory of your entire life. Where, in your daily existence, are you being ruled by impulse, by unexamined emotions, by the knee-jerk reactions of the undisciplined self? And where, conversely, can you consciously choose a deliberate, reasoned, and aligned response? This requires a relentless honesty, an unflinching gaze into the often uncomfortable truths of your own psychological landscape. Is your temper quick to ignite? Do you allow fear or anxiety to paralyze your actions? Do you procrastinate on vital tasks, swayed by momentary comfort or distraction? Do you succumb to negative thinking, even when logic dictates otherwise? Each instance of unconscious reaction, each surrender to impulse, is a moment where you relinquish the scepter of your inner kingdom. Self-dominion is the continuous practice of observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, detaching from their immediate pull, and then deliberately choosing a response that serves your highest self and your ultimate purpose. It is the disciplined cultivation of poise under pressure, clarity amidst chaos, and unwavering resolve in the face of temptation or adversity. The one vital insight about the law of self-dominion is that it is the ultimate expression of true freedom. It is the revelation that your greatest power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself. Napoleon Hill's extensive research consistently demonstrated that individuals who achieved enduring success and profound fulfillment were those who had painstakingly cultivated an ironclad self-control, particularly over their thoughts and emotions. They understood that their internal state was the foundation of their external reality. By commanding their inner world, they commanded their destiny. This is how you ensure that your intentions are not derailed by doubt, your visualizations are not clouded by fear, your beliefs are not undermined by negativity, and your efforts are not scattered by distraction. It is through this diligent practice of self-mastery that you create an unshakable inner fortress, a sanctuary of power from which all your greatest achievements will flow, ensuring that nothing truly essential remains missing from your deliberate creation. You have profoundly absorbed the wisdom of definite purpose, imaginative creation, activated belief, subconscious programming, harmonious alliance, persistent flow, focused energy, and the unyielding power of self-dominion. Having cultivated these internal states and forged an invincible will, we now arrive at the critical juncture where internal power meets external action, where vision translates into verifiable reality, the law of strategic blueprint, which I articulated as organized planning. Understand this with absolute and unshakable clarity. This is not merely about making a to-do list or haphazardly sketching out some steps. The profound revelation here is that organized planning is the conscious, systematic articulation of the pathway from your definite purpose to its physical manifestation, broken down into precise, actionable steps, each linked logically and sequentially. It is the meticulous crafting of a detailed roadmap that guides your every effort, transforming abstract aspiration into concrete, measurable progress. Without this diligently constructed blueprint, even the most fervent intention, the most vivid visualization, the strongest belief, and the most persistent effort can become directionless, squandered in inefficient actions and wasted energy. Do you truly have a clear step-by-step blueprint for your supreme objective, one that can withstand scrutiny and guide execution? This absolutely essential law is so often missing from the strategies of many who strive for success, because they frequently confuse desire with direction or enthusiasm with execution. They possess a grand vision, a burning desire, and perhaps even an unshakable belief. Yet they fail to translate this internal drive into a tangible, logical sequence of actions. They operate on impulse, react to circumstances, or become overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of their aspirations, never quite knowing what to do next. This lack of a clear, organized plan is not just an inconvenience, it is a fundamental flaw that sabotages effort, breeds confusion, and ultimately leads to stagnation and abandonment. Without a plan, every obstacle appears insurmountable. Every setback feels like a crushing defeat, and the path forward becomes obscured by indecision. People often fear commitment to a plan, believing it to be rigid, inflexible, or limiting. However, a well-conceived plan is precisely the opposite. It provides the structure within which flexibility and adaptation can occur, allowing for course corrections without losing sight of the ultimate destination. They mistake improvisation for innovation, failing to grasp that true innovation often stems from a solid, underlying structure that allows for creative deviation. This oversight leaves a gaping void in the practical application of all the other universal laws, rendering them less effective, less powerful, and less capable of delivering the desired results. Consider this deeply, for it is a question that separates the dreamers from the doers, the aspiring from the achieving. Where in your pursuit of your definite purpose is your blueprint incomplete, vague, or entirely absent? Where are you relying on hope or luck rather than a meticulously crafted sequence of actions? This demands a rigorous analytical approach, a willingness to sit down and dispassionately dissect your grand vision into its smallest, most manageable components. What are the immediate steps you must take? What resources will you require for each step? Who can assist you? What potential challenges might arise, and what contingency plans can you devise? This is not about perfect foresight. It is about proactive foresight, about thinking several moves ahead on the chessboard of your ambition. It is about transforming the overwhelming into the achievable, one well-defined step at a time. A true organized plan is dynamic. It is constantly reviewed, refined, and revised in light of new information and evolving circumstances. But its core function remains to provide unwavering direction and focus. It forces you to engage with reality, to confront potential obstacles up front, and to develop strategies for their conquest, rather than being blindsided by them later. The one vital insight about the law of strategic blueprint or organized planning is that it is the ultimate expression of your intelligence and your commitment to your definite purpose. It is the revelation that while inspiration ignites, execution completes. Napoleon Hill's decades of research unequivocally demonstrated that those who achieved the most remarkable success were not just those with big ideas, but those with the discipline and foresight to translate those ideas into detailed, actionable plans. They understood that the universe, while responding to thought, also demands structured action. By meticulously outlining your path, you not only clarify your steps, but also powerfully impress upon your subconscious mind the absolute certainty of your journey. This systematic approach ensures that your focused energy is directed precisely where it needs to be, your persistence has a clear target, and your harmonious alliance is leveraged effectively. It is through this diligent process of organized planning that you eliminate ambiguity, overcome inertia, and guarantee that nothing truly essential remains missing from the practical realization of your grand design. You have assimilated the profound lessons of definite purpose, imaginative creation, activated belief, subconscious programming, harmonious alliance, persistent flow, focused energy, and the strategic blueprint of organized planning. All these magnificent forces converge at a singular defining point, a moment that transforms intention into reality. The law of decisive action, or what I emphasized as the absolute necessity of making decisions. Understand this with an unshakable conviction. This is not merely about choosing between options. It is the energetic commitment that galvanizes all previous efforts, propelling them from the realm of thought into the tangible world of experience. It is the courageous act of drawing a line in the sand, of declaring your intent to the universe, and then steadfastly adhering to that chosen course. Without this definitive act of decision, your most meticulously crafted plans remain inert, your powerful beliefs unexpressed, and your grand visions forever suspended in the ether of possibility. Do you truly possess the fortitude to make swift, firm decisions, and then to stand by them with unwavering resolve? This supremely vital law is so often missing from the repertoire of even the most intellectually capable individuals because of the pervasive, paralyzing influence of indecision. The fear of making a mistake, the desire for perfect information, the endless analysis of every conceivable permutation, these are the subtle saboteurs that prevent countless brilliant minds from ever actualizing their potential. Many spend their lives oscillating between possibilities, their mental energy bleeding away in a constant state of flux, never quite committing to a single path. This chronic indecision is a profound energetic leak, sending mixed signals to your subconscious and to the universe itself, which cannot respond effectively to a wavering command. Individuals wait for certainty, for a sign, for an external validation that their choice is the right one, failing to grasp that certainty often follows the decision rather than preceding it. They operate under the illusion that inaction is safer than action, unaware that indecision itself is a devastating form of action, a powerful decision to remain stagnant, to forfeit opportunity, and to allow their potential to remain unfulfilled. This hesitancy, this internal tug-of-war, leaves a critical void in the manifestation process, keeping their desired success perpetually just out of reach. Consider this deeply, for it is a question that delineates the boundary between aspiration and achievement. Where in your pursuit of your definite purpose are you allowing indecision to take root? What decisions, large or small, are you currently postponing, procrastinating on, or endlessly re-evaluating? This demands a fearless introspection, a willingness to confront the underlying fears that fuel your hesitancy. Is it the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or perhaps even the fear of success itself and the responsibilities it might bring? Remember, the universe responds to clarity and conviction. When you make a definite decision, you send a clear, powerful signal, mobilizing not only your internal resources, but also aligning the external forces of the universe in support of your chosen path. A decision, once made, becomes a focal point for your concentrated energy, a trigger for your persistence, and a concrete affirmation of your belief. It solidifies your intention and directs your subconscious programming. It is the energetic yes that sets the wheels of creation in motion. The ability to decide quickly and firmly, and to change those decisions slowly and only when absolutely necessary, is a hallmark of individuals who consistently achieve extraordinary results. The one vital insight about the law of decisive action is that it is the ultimate act of self-empowerment, the moment you consciously assert your will over the tides of circumstance and doubt. It is the revelation that inaction, the avoidance of decision, is often the most costly choice of all. Napoleon Hill's extensive research consistently revealed that every individual who attained enduring success possessed, without exception, the capacity to make decisions promptly and to stand by them resolutely. They understood that even a wrong decision, when acted upon decisively, often yields more valuable lessons and moves you closer to your goal than prolonged indecision. It is through these acts of courageous commitment that you truly activate all the other universal laws, transforming them from abstract principles into dynamic forces shaping your reality. This is how you demonstrate to yourself and to the cosmic intelligence that you are truly serious about your aspirations, ensuring that nothing truly essential remains missing from the practical realization of your grand design. You have diligently internalized the profound importance of definite purpose, imaginative creation, activated belief, subconscious programming, harmonious alliance, persistent flow, focused energy, self-dominion, strategic planning, and the unwavering power of decisive action. Now, we arrive at a law that serves as the very bedrock of the universe's operating system, the infallible accounting principle that governs all outcomes. The law of unwavering correspondence, often referred to as the law of cause and effect. Understand this with an absolute and profound certainty. This is not merely a philosophical concept. It is the immutable principle that every thought you think, every word you utter, and every action you take sets in motion a precise, corresponding chain of reactions. The profound revelation here is that the universe is not random. It is a perfectly ordered system of energetic exchange, and every result you experience in your life, positive or negative, large or small, is the direct and unavoidable consequence of preceding causes that you, consciously or unconsciously, initiated. There are no accidents, no true coincidences, only effects whose causes have yet to be fully discerned. Do you truly comprehend that your current reality is merely the manifested effect of your past causes. This fundamental and inescapable law is so often missing from individuals' understanding and application because of a deep-seated tendency to seek external blame or to perceive life as a series of random events. When faced with undesirable effects, people frequently point fingers at circumstances, at bad luck, at the actions of others, or at systems beyond their control, rather than diligently tracing back to the original causes they themselves set in motion. This outward focus prevents personal accountability and, more importantly, prevents them from learning how to consciously initiate new, more beneficial causes. Many wish for different effects: more success, more abundance, better relationships, without being willing to alter the underlying causes in their thoughts, beliefs, decisions, and actions. They sow seeds of doubt, fear, and procrastination, yet expect to harvest fruits of confidence, courage, and achievement. This fundamental misalignment between cause and desired effect is why so many remain trapped in cycles of frustration, perpetually waiting for an external change to manifest, rather than understanding that they hold the power to initiate that change from within. This failure to grasp the direct, unwavering correspondence between what they put out and what they receive back leaves the key to true mastery utterly missing. Consider this with rigorous honesty, for it is the mirror that reflects your true creative power. What current effects in your life are you dissatisfied with? And more critically, what are the specific preceding causes, your habitual thoughts, your consistent actions or inactions, your dominant beliefs, your delayed decisions, that have undeniably led to these effects? This requires a courageous self-examination, a willingness to own your contribution to your present reality. It is about moving beyond the superficial appearance of events and delving into the underlying patterns you have established. Remember, this law operates with mathematical precision. It does not judge, it does not favor, it simply responds to the energetic input. If you desire a different harvest, you must plant different seeds. If you wish for different outcomes, you must initiate different actions. This is the profound truth that empowers you to cease being a victim of circumstance and to become a conscious architect of your destiny. The one vital insight about the law of unwavering correspondence is that it is the ultimate affirmation of your creative sovereignty. It is the revelation that you are always at cause, always planting seeds, always initiating chains of events. Napoleon Hill's entire philosophy is built upon the meticulous observation that successful individuals understood this law intrinsically. They knew that disciplined thought, focused action, and unwavering persistence must inevitably lead to desired results, just as indisciplined thought and haphazard action must lead to undesirable ones. By consciously aligning your intentions, your visualizations, your beliefs, your planning, and your actions with your definite purpose, you are deliberately setting in motion a powerful cascade of positive causes that will, with absolute certainty, yield the corresponding effects of your highest aspirations. This is how you reclaim your power, ensuring that nothing remains missing from your deliberate creation, for you have mastered the very rhythm of the universe itself.